Now, the challenge that you get, of course, is the financial concern. Not the, oh, is it hard to build a program? Like, as soon as you come to specialist head of Unify, we basically abstract all of that problem for you if you let us, okay? The challenge you get is, well, oh, can I afford that? Oh my God, $100,000 for a bounty? Oh my God, that's so much money, what am I gonna do? And you're right, it is too much money. But there's a way around that, which is the next logical evolution in bug bounties, which is a step that we haven't taken. And it's something, certainly, we thought about at Unify for a long time that we've wanted to do. We haven't been able to take it yet for business reasons, because the market has kind of pushed us in a different direction, obviously, with the Unify Magnus. But it's something I would love to do. I'm thinking about doing this year. I'm hopeful that I can with all of you, my security colleagues, which is changing how we think of where critical, funds at risk rewards come from. And the reason we need to do something like this is because the industry can actually absorb a much higher amount of security budget than you would think. The challenge is we're pulling, and this is more of a financial thing, we're pulling security spend from the wrong place. We're pulling it from annual budgets. We're pulling it from security spend. But where should absolutely fatal, permadeath, life-saving money to pay for a critical scenario, where should that come from? Should that come from the annual security budget? Is that the only place that we should let it go? That's very stupid, right? No, there's two other great locations that we can look at. Number one is we can look at the underlying equity or equity equivalent of a said project. Every project has its own tokens. That it could be like, hey, look, yes, we can only afford 50 or 100K or like this, but you know what else we can afford? We can afford 1% of tokens. We can afford that. Would you like 1% of tokens if you protect us? That's better than nothing. That's better than a lot of things. I see some shaking of the heads. You guys may laugh.
Bug Bounty Pro, you all want to take in tokens, just only tokens.
You say that, but if you had a case where, I don't know, a layer 1 blockchain, layer 2 blockchain, or a big DeFi protocol would offer 20 million instead of 2 million on their bounty, but the rest of it is payable in liquid tokens, which are trading on large exchanges, I think you would take that deal in a heartbeat. And suddenly, their ability to offer a compelling incentive is massive. It's not 10x massive, because you're still going to discount the token value. But it's much more than 1 or 2x. Like, it's very meaningful to be able to get, okay, I'll get $2 million in cash and 18 million in a liquid tradable token, and they can be able to provide a much more compelling security incentive. And that lightens the burden on their treasury significantly. That's meaningful, as long as you can trust the amount. That's one thing. The other thing is, well, we can go, why can't we access underlying TVL, right? It's not as if these token depositors don't know the risks that they're taking. Wouldn't they prefer to be able to take a haircut on their losses versus, basically abandon themselves in the security market to their fates, to the wolves, because the project doesn't feel like they have enough budget to pay? And in my view, having talked to many investors in the industry, this is a trade that they would happily take. But they're not even given the option, because most protocol teams don't even imagine how this can be done. These are two things that we can do that will dramatically change this question and eliminate this budgetary issue. The security researchers, Whitehats, will still complain because they're like, but I like cash, not equity. But look, guys, we can offer 10 times as many rewards in equity and ultimately, depositor funds in some form if we can come to the right social arrangement that all of us can agree upon. But cash is always harder to get. What do you want to do?